Hi, and welcome to another segment of Life Changing Solutions Live. And we are really live today. We're streaming so many changes here in the network, and I'm super excited about that. Another thing that I'm excited is that I have a really good friend of mine here, Ernie Ross. I love him because he gets my money. Something that's going on right now is, tax season has started. And Ernie, you've been in this field for 20 years, right?
Yes, 20 years, 22 years in the industry. I've done taxes here in Las Vegas for 12 years. I've done taxes in California for the total of 22 years.
Wow, and right now you own a Liberty Tax Office.
Yes, I'm a franchise owner along with my wife, Christina, at 3131 North Rancho in the city of Las Vegas, Suite B, and we've been at that location for 12 years.
So it's like you guys have been around for a while, so definitely I trust him, and as I said, I love it because he gets me my money back. So what are some of the changes that are happening right now for this season?
Well, one of the changes that we know that people are talking about is the PATH Act. What that is, it causes people to be delayed in receiving their refunds. Their refunds are not released from the IRS till after February 15th due to a mandate from President Obama. So that means if you file your taxes before that, you still will not receive a refund till after that. The reason was to make sure that all the W-2s matched all the tax returns in that time frame.
So if you file your taxes before February 15th, the refund will not be released until after that date?
Correct.
But what if you come in February 16th?
Your refund will still be processed at that point, and you can wait. It's up to 21 days before the IRS will release your refund. So the average is 10 days, but the IRS mandates that you let the client know that their refund will be coming within 21 days if there's no problems.
And so here's the other thing, guys, really listen up. So what he's saying is it's not your tax preparer. They're not holding back your money. It's an actual act, the PATH Act. And it's a law, and so that's how the system works. So it's not...
Right, correct. We do get a lot of people thinking that we're holding their money, but we're not. It's the government. And so as soon as the 15th arrives, they start processing refunds. Now, if you do not have a child tax credit or an earned income credit, you would be able to get your refund as soon as 21 days after this year, the 29th. Last year, the IRS opened their gates, as we call it, on the 22nd. This year, they're not opening their gates until the 29th, which that means is they're receiving actual returns to process. Even though you won't get your refund until after the 15th, they start processing as soon as the 29th.
Well, and another question that I have for you is what's the difference between a 1099, W-2, business taxes and personal taxes?
Okay, let's talk about business taxes a little bit, because a lot of people are self-employed or contracted laborers or vendors. These people receive 1099s or they receive cash or checks from their clients. These people are business owners, whether they know it or not. If you get a 1099, you are considered a business owner. And being a business owner, there are certain things that are required for you to have in order to file your taxes. One of the main things is to have a record of your income and a record of your expenses. And one of the most common expenses is mileage. Most people do not keep a good log for their mileage, and so we really stress that if you have a business where you drive your vehicle, please keep a mileage log. There's a few apps out there that will do it for you. MileIQ, Google has one, TurboTax has one, so there are ways of keeping your mileage. My favorite is take a picture of your odometer before you leave, and then take a picture of your odometer when you get done.
And so what about with personal tax?
Well, personal taxes, the IRS has started a little bit of changes in that. They want to make sure that the children that you have on your tax return belong to you. So you need to bring some proof that the children are related to you, or they're your children, and some proof of the address, because you have to show relationship and residency. Those are the two main things to filing a tax return with children, is to make sure you have proof of residency and proof of relationship so the IRS can process your tax return rather quickly. I do believe that the W-2s are probably the most important thing to have, because without that, you will not file a tax return. The IRS says it is actually illegal to file a tax return with your last paycheck stub. You can start the process, but you cannot really file a tax return with your last paycheck stub.
And something that you were saying about like relationship, let's just say a situation. I don't know, my sister is going through some hard times, so she asked me to take care of her kids. Can I claim them?
Actually, the only way you would be able to claim them if those kids live with you and you are actually responsible for them. But your sister cannot just give you her kid because she cannot file a tax return. That is illegal.
Okay, so the difference is if I'm truly taking care of them, like they were with me this last year because she had to get her stuff together, and I can prove that I was taking care of them and supporting them. And how can I do that?
Well, one of the ways you could do it is if you were to get a school statement, because if you have the kids at your house, you have to register them in school. You have to be at least a guardian on their paperwork. And you do only have to have your relatives live with you for more than 6 months. They do not have to live with you the whole year. Now, mind you, if it is your cousin or a friend, if you take care of them, they must live with you the whole entire year in order to be claimed as a dependent. But your relatives, they only have to live with you more than 6 months. So if you can prove that that person's lived with you more than 6 months and you've provided more than 50% of their support, you're eligible to claim them as a dependent.
And that's exactly why I'm so happy that there's people like you out there, because this just like confused me, and I'm like, nope. Just tell me what you need and I'll give it to you. But I know that Liberty has like a special, or what makes Liberty so special, actually?
Yeah. Well, right now, if you come in to do your taxes, we will give you $50 cash when you complete a paid return. And if you send a friend to us, we will not only give your friend before February 16th $50, we will also give you another $50. Now, the $50 for send a friend is all year long. But $50 as far as getting it just for completing your return is up to February 16th. And as Liberty has right now, we have what we call the Easy Advance. The Easy Advance is up to $3,250, where you apply for a loan at no cost to you, and they process it through Republic Bank, and if you are approved, you will get that within 24 hours.
Okay, and then there's talks like I've seen other like mom and pops, I'm just gonna call them, or even some really big other tax offices. So what makes Liberty Tax so special?
Well, I believe our system is designed for families. So that's one of the things that has us stand out. Some of the other places is kind of like quiet, bring your kids if you can. Our office is designed for children. And as well as that, we do have a bond with the state of Nevada, which is a new thing for this year, which makes us kind of stand out because we're not sure that everyone has applied for their bond. I don't know, but I know that in the Liberty system, we have applied for our bonds, and we are bonded through the state of Nevada, and we look forward to seeing you.
Okay, and speaking of which, go ahead and feel free. How do we find you? Like, what's your address, phone number?
Yes, our address is 3131 North Rancho, Suite B, on the corner of Cheyenne and Rancho, next to the 99-cent store. Our phone number is 702-839-1862. We look forward to seeing you. We have a staff that is looking forward to helping you. We do everything we can to get you the most money you have legally coming to you.
Well, and thank you so much, Ernie. If anybody, you guys heard it here. If you want to go see him, you can also reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'll forward it to Ernie. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and stay tuned because we have our next segment. We're going to be talking about human trafficking. And so stay tuned.
Thank you.